it's Katie and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If so, you can subscribe. The button is always down below. I post beauty, lifestyle, panning, and more. And in today's video, it's going to be another day of 12 Days of Christmas, of course. It is day 5. So today I thought it'd be fun to share my current favorites, the stuff that I've been loving. I don't really do favorites videos as much as I used to. Like I used to do monthly favorites, and just a lot more current favorites than I have. I don't even think I've done a favorites video this year, and stuff, minus obviously my like yearly favorites, which, you know, that video will be ramping up very soon, and stuff. But today I wanted to mention my beauty favorites. I will also be mentioning some body care stuff I've been loving, skincare and that kind of stuff. But yeah, let's just get right into it and talk about some favorites. Okay, so I've been loving lots of stuff this year. Just in general, I wanted to mention that, but that'll obviously come in the yearly favorites. But one of my favorite primers as of recently is this one from e.l.f. I got this in the e.l.f. advent calendar, which I unboxed all on my TikTok. All the days are all up on TikTok. So anyways, as I was saying, I have uploaded all the videos on TikTok of the unboxing. I also unboxed the Target Beauty advent calendar, and I'm going to be unboxing the Ipsy 12-day one. It just hasn't come in yet because I did order it on Cyber Monday, and it's been taking forever to ship and then get to me. So it's been a long process, and I'm going to try and make those videos, like the Ipsy ones, 60 seconds, so I'm able to upload it to YouTube as shorts. I kind of want to upload shorts now just because they're separate. Now they made them separate from like your YouTube videos, so they're all in different spots, which I love. Anyways, let's get back on track. And so my favorite primer is the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. I've been obsessed with this ever since I've been testing it out. It is so nice. I have the Tatcha Silk Canvas, like same version of this, like the putty primer. And this one is super nice because it feels like a gel formula. Like, it's so nice. It's really like just gel-like, which I love. It's just, it feels like a gel. It doesn't feel like super silicone-y, which I really love, which the Tatcha one doesn't either. But I'm absolutely obsessed with this. This is what it looks like. It's just such a nice primer, and I think it's really nice. I think it gives like a good glow, but it also smooths out the face. I don't like have huge pores or any issues like that, but I just do love this primer. It's so good. So next I have a few favorite foundations and concealers. I've been like trying so many, or just panning so many this year, because I had one in my project for all year long, all 12 months. But I have been able to try a few, and I've tried a few of these recently. This one could be considered a primer though, so I'm going to talk about this now. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. It's honestly a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury, which I've never used, but this one is so nice. I love the e.l.f. Halo Glow, and obviously a lot of people do because it's always out of stock at Target, on e.l.f.'s website, online at Target, online everywhere, honestly. I don't even know if they have this at Ulta, but it's legit always out of stock. So I didn't try this out until they got it in stores at Target, and I was able to get the shade I want. I have mine in the shade 2, which is very light. This is nice. I never used this as a foundation. I don't like it as a foundation, but more so I use this as like a primer step. It gives a good glow. It gives light coverage, but it definitely doesn't cover whatsoever. So I use this as almost like a first foundation, like a foundation primer, I guess you could call it. And it is so nice. It's really nice and glowy, and stuff. It's really nice. I just put a little bit like on my cheeks. I just stripe it on, and I don't put it a lot, but I just put it out over my face, and then I'll blend it with a brush, and it's just so beautiful. I used it in day 1 of 12 Days of Christmas in that Get Ready With Me. So if you want to see how it applies, I'll link that video down below, and actually I'll link the playlist in the cards so you can check it out. and stuff. But I love the Halo Glow, and I get why everyone loves it because it's just so freaking good. So my favorite foundation recently, which I just got this, but it's honestly a favorite. This is the Kosas Revealer Skin Improving Foundation and with SPF 25. I have mine in the shade Light Neutral 140. This is such a nice foundation. It has a pump, which I haven't had a foundation with a working pump in a while. Because my other favorite foundation, the pump just stays down. You have to press it up yourself. It's so annoying. Anyways, that's a side note. But I already loved the concealer, which I will be mentioning in a minute. But I just recently got this when Sephora did that 20% off. That was after the VIB. And I'm obsessed with this. I've been using it every day. I'm wearing it on my skin right now, and it's just so beautiful. Like, look at my skin. My skin just looks so good. I like this because it does have skincare ingredients in it, so it's not just a foundation. It's so good. It's the best. I don't even know what to say about it. I just really am obsessed with it. I think it's a really good foundation. It makes my skin just look so like skin-like, which is so hard to find in a foundation. Especially when you have a lot to cover, but my skin has just been thriving this year, so honestly I don't use that much of this, and it's so good. So concealer wise, I have two that I've been really loving recently. The first one is obviously the Kosas to match the foundation. I have mine in 01 Neutral. I did just recently take the stopper out of it, so it looks like this, but I've been obsessed with this. It is such a nice concealer. I don't get why people, like, some people are like, I don't like it. They think it's like cakey or something, which, I mean, everyone has their own opinion. They're entitled to it. Everyone has different feelings and things, obviously, but I'm obsessed with this. I think it's like the most creamy concealer, and it's really nice. I don't really know what to say about it, but I've been obsessed with it, and I've used it on and off like these last, I don't know, like 4 to 6 months. I don't remember when I actually got it, but I'm obsessed. I think I got it in the spring, so it probably has been about 6 months. Then another one I love is this NYX Bear With Me concealer. As you can see, I need more of this because look at it, it's almost gone. This one I believe I have in the shade Vanilla. Yeah, Vanilla. And as you can see, it's almost gone. So my favorite way to use this, at first I was just using it as a concealer, and honestly the vanilla shade isn't light enough for me, so I kind of wish they had an in-between because the lightest shade is like porcelain. But my favorite way to use this is for days when I'm not really wanting to wear like a full, like a foundation. I will use this as my foundation. I'll do like 1 to 2 pumps and I'll apply it right onto a brush, and then I'll blend it out, and it actually looks really nice and stuff. And I really like this. I didn't love it was in a pump at first, but I've been using it that way the most. I will use it as a concealer too, but I've mostly been using it like that, which is why I'm almost out of it. It's just such a nice concealer. It's so hydrating. It's so light in the skin. I love it. Okay, so I do have a few powders that I want to mention that I've been obsessed with. So the first two are both from One Size. I got these both in Ipsy's. So the first one is this One Size Turn Up the Base Versatile Foundation Powder in Light to Neutral. I just recently hit pan on this. It's a favorite for sure. I really like it. It's a really nice powder. I like it because it sets down my face, but it doesn't make it like too matte or anything, but it definitely gives a little bit of coverage, and it does like just set everything in place. And then I also love this One Size Translucent powder. This is the, I don't know, it's just the One Size Translucent powder that looks like this. And my favorite thing about this is when you unscrew the cap, that you have it like a cover. So the powder comes out here, and then you have that cap. I just really like that because the next powder I'm going to show you, I'll show you why this is more ideal, just because you can get what you want in the cap, and then you could also pour it back in and it could be separate, so when you open it, it's not like an explosion of powder, because I feel like that happens with a lot of powders. But I've been loving these. This one is a little bit more matte, but I don't think it's like too crazy, and I love these. Good together, good separate, just very good. So next one I've been really loving is the Anastasia powder. This is the loose setting powder. I don't know. This one, as you can see, I have a lot in the cap. It was a lot worse a couple weeks ago. I've been like working off just so much powder for weeks. It's been getting everywhere because I tapped it once and basically like half the powder got in the cap and stuff, which is why the last packaging is more ideal because you can like keep it separate from exploding. But I love this powder. It's a really good powder. It smooths out the skin and it just works so well. Like, I really don't know what to say about that. It just works really well. It like I don't know, it just makes the skin like look so smooth and like sets it down so well. And I've been obsessed with this. It's been basically my daily powder with the one size turn up the base. I've been using those together a lot. And then I was also using the both one sizes a lot together. I have so many highlight faves, but currently these are very recent faves. So I went on lot this week faves. These are both brand new from Rare Beauty. This is their highlighters, their new highlighters. I have the shade Enlighten and Exhilarate, which I will show you, of course. So Enlighten is like a white pearly shade. It actually matches my cream version of it. Matches, and I love the cream, so I had to get the powder. And I'm not usually a super white pearly highlight girl, but I like it because it matches this. And also just feel like I'm wearing it on my skin today and I didn't apply much, but it gives me that perfect glow. And it's a really nice highlight. Like, they are popping. And I even put it in my inner corners today to highlight, which is what I also like about them. And then this one is a champagne gold, which is my favorite combo. It's so pretty. Like, look at that. I have to swatch these because they're just so gorgeous. And they are the most, like, one of the most buttery highlights I've ever tried. That is just with one little tiny swipe. But look at those. I don't know if it's going to focus, but look at those. It's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. Like, I don't even know what to tell you, but they're just so nice. And I just absolutely love these highlights. They're so buttery and they're poppin'. They're very poppin', which I love. And I just been obsessed with these so much recently. So I had to mention those. There's so many highlights, but obviously I'm trying to save them. I'm trying to keep it more condensed, and then obviously I'll go a little bit more crazy for my 2022 beauty favorites. So now I'm going to talk about my palettes. So I would say I have like two favorite palettes currently. The first one I've been using a ton recently is this one from Tarte. This is the Tarte Man Eater After Dark. I just mentioned this in my video the other day of like last minute gift ideas. This is what the palette looks like. It is so gorgeous. This has been basically my go-to palette recently. I really love it. You have so many pretty shades. You have like pink tones, you have golds, you have warm tones. There's a few cool tones. There's a lot of mauves, purples. I just think it's such a pretty palette. There's so many different shades, and you could also get like just so many different looks of it, which is what I love. And I'm not going to go on and on about everything, but this is such a must palette. And I don't know if it's limited edition or what the dealio is with this, but I got this for myself for my birthday and I've been obsessed with it ever since. I've used it a ton. So yeah, I had to mention that. And then another one, I haven't used this a ton, but I do really like it. This is the Michaela Volume 2 Glam Light eyeshadow palette. This one has green with basic gold like confetti inside the palette, which I think is such a unique packaging. And then these are the colors. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. You have such fun colors, which is always nice. Of course, I gravitate more towards the top row with the purples and then also the golds and the purples down there. It's just such a pretty palette. It's so well done. Even like, and I just think it pairs a lot. And I just think it pairs really good. Also the Volume 1, which is always nice. And these are probably the two palettes I've used the most. And I'm going to be doing a 2022 palette ranking in a few days during 12 Days Christmas. So stay tuned for that. But I've been obsessed with that But I've been obsessed with that for sure. And then another palette I have to mention, this is a face palette. This is from Tarte as well. This is the Precious Gems Amazonian Clay Cheek Palette. I know this is on sale at Ulta right now. This is such a pretty blush palette. You have these pinks, mauves, muted nudes. It's such a pretty palette. Like, look at that. It's so pretty. You have so many pretty there's just so many pretty, like, colors in there and stuff, and I just love it. It's one of my favorites. I did recently use this in the Get Ready Me as well, so that will definitely be linked so you guys can see how it performs. But I love it. It's so pretty, and they're so blendable. Like, sometimes those Amazonian clay blushes, like, even the palettes can be different than the actual ones, but this is a major hit. So I'm going to talk about my favorite mascara and my favorite brow. Oh, we're out of focus. So I'm going to talk about my favorite mascara and brow. So my favorite brow gel recently has been the e.l.f. Wow Brow. I've been using this for probably the whole year. This is in, I believe, Brunette. It's such a nice brow gel. This is what the wand looks like. So it's super tiny, and I'm a hardcore Essence brow lover, but this one's also nice. That's about how big it is, and it's so nice to, like, brush up your eyebrows and then also fill them in. I'm a very much an exclusive brow gel user rather than like a pencil and a gel. I pretty much just use tinted gels to do my brows because I do have full brows. I was blessed with that, which I'm forever grateful for, because I can't even imagine, like, learning how to fill in my brows. Like, I definitely have used pencils to do, like, the inner part, because that's really the only spot in my brows that is, like, blank. But I don't know, I just love this brow gel. It keeps them in place and stuff, and I love it. So mascara, this one I got in Ipsy recently, but I've been obsessed with it ever since. This is the Milk Rise mascara. I'm wearing it on my lashes today, and it's just such a really good, like, lengthening mascara. I wouldn't say it's a super wet formula or a dry formula. It's kind of somewhere in between. And so this is what the wand looks like and stuff. I'm sure there's mascara wands like it, but to me this is something, I don't know, to me it's something different and stuff, and it's just so nice. Like, it really gets in your lashes, it really makes them super long, and it gives a little volume, but it definitely gives a lot of length, which I love. And almost it fans out the lashes, which is super nice. And I've been obsessed with that one recently. I've also been obsessed, I've kind of forgot, I put this here, but I have been obsessed with this one. This is the Tarte Tubing Mascara. It's a really good mascara. It has, like, a very basic, I would say, wand, but it's super nice and it really lifts the lashes. And it is a tubing mascara, so that's nice because you can remove it with water, which I usually just use my cleansing balm, but it is nice how they kind of just, like, come off and stuff. And it's just such a nice mascara. It's a good lengthening mascara. So now I have a few lip products to mention, and then I'll just have a few skincare stuff to mention. So first off, I've been obsessed with my Tatcha Kiss You lip mask. I just repurchased a different one in, like, different packaging, but it is so nice. It is such a good mask. Mine is literally almost gone. There's literally only, like, a drip in there, which I'm putting on my lips now because they feel dry. It is probably the best lip mask I've ever tried. It's so, like, juicy and glossy and stuff. It's just such a good lip mask. It's one of my favorites. I've also been into the I've also been into the Fenty Skin Cherry Treat glossy Cherry Treat lip conditioning mask. I don't know where mine is currently, but I have to mention that because it's such a good, like, lip product. It really hydrates the lips. I will insert a picture because it's so good. It's one of my favorites. It's currently sold out at Sephora, which I'm like, ugh, because I wanted to get a new one. I honestly would have ordered two, but, you know, she out of stock, so nothing I can do about that. And then I have a few lip products I've been into. So speaking of Fenty Skin, I've been really into the Fenty Ice gloss. This is really nice. It looks like blue in there, and it's supposed to like add like a cooling effect to your lips, which is super nice. And it's supposed to be slightly plumping. I just really like this gloss, like a clear gloss, which I think is nice, and the cooling effect is nice. Like some people are like, it's so cold, and I definitely get that vibe, but it's not like ice cold. It just feels nice and cooling and refreshing, which I like. And then these two remind me so much of each other, but this is the Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump from Tarte. They have so many of the Maracuja lippies. This one's like a nuder shade, and you basically just click it up and the product comes up, and then you put it on your lips and stuff. I love the Maracuja Juicy line in general. It's such a favorite. And then also I have this Makeup by Mario one, and this is in Bare Glow, and you twist this one up, same idea, and then you put it on your lips. This one's so hydrating. It's always iffy with different lipsticks, but this one is so nice because it's very hydrating on the lips, but it also just looks very nice, and I'm obsessed with that. And now I'm going to talk about body care favorites. I feel like I have more favorites than that, but you know, we're going to stick with what we know. We're gonna stick simple, and then of course, like I mentioned, we'll have 2022 favorites before you know it. So recently I've been really enjoying the Frenchie Being Frenchie Soothe and Comfort Cashmere Vanilla. This is from Ashley Tisdale. It's her brand. That's a Target. This is such a nice like body wash. It's one of my favorites. It has like niacinamide in it, oat extract, and it's a renewing body wash. Such a nice body wash. It smells freaking good. The Cashmere Vanilla is my favorite scent. They have like lavender, but this is just my favorite scent. I love it. It solids up so good and it just smells so good. So I had to mention this because it's one of my favorite body washes currently. Maybe I'll share like my shower products currently, like what's in my shower. Maybe I'll do that because I haven't done that in a bit. Anyways, and then my favorite shampoo currently is the Raw Sugar, the Volume Revive shampoo. I've been recently using this these past couple months, and it's one of my favorites. Also into the conditioner, but obviously it says same thing, just conditioner. And it's just so good. It smells really good. I love the smell of the shampoo. It smells so freaking good. I think it's like strawberry, white tea and nettle, whatever that means. And it's just so good. It makes my hair look so nice. Like it gives a little volume. My hair is definitely not flat, and I just like what it does for my hair. It feels nice, it smells nice, and what more could I ask than that? And then I have a favorite deodorant. This is the Sugar Cookie from Native. This is my favorite aluminum free line. It smells so freaking good, and before these like go out of stock, I'm definitely gonna have to buy a few of them because it's my favorite scent. It smells so good. Like what more can you ask than to smell like a friggin' cookie? That's kind of how I look at it, but I've been loving that. And then I also have the body wash, but I haven't used it yet. And then another favorite is this Pure Skin moisturizer from e.l.f. Skin. I love the Pure Skin line. I recently just got the cleanser as well, and it's so nice. And then I love this. It's a nice lightweight moisturizer for mornings and stuff. I just really like it. It's super hydrating as well. It's not like not hydrating, which I like. So yeah, these are my favorites. This is what I've been loving. Be sure to let me know what you've been loving as well down below. I'd love to hear about it, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because 12 days of Christmas, we're in full spin, so of course stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.